Good morning and happy 4th of July on this beautiful Wednesday morning in Orlando. This is my fourth vlog, coincidentally, so today is the day of Force. And just wanted to give a quick rundown of my week before I get started. I had a really good week, a very good bounce back week. You probably noticed in my last vlog that my energy level was a little lower than normal. But this week has been a really strong week. I reached all my productivity goals, got all the tasks I was really looking to get done, and that feels amazing for me, and is really crucial for me in my psyche, I believe. I'm a hyperactive person, really. That's why I do all the clicking and rocking and stuff like that in my other videos. I'm sorry about that. But I got a lot of energy, and if I'm not putting that energy to good use, I think it takes a toll on my psyche. So with that said, it's been a fantastic week. Probably a lot to do with getting my production done and doing the things I need to do. Doing a better job of redirecting my energy and not letting my mind get too in the way in certain cases. So I did a real good job of that, and trying to keep that momentum going, ride it out into the future. So it's been a great week. I got to mix in some personal things, spend some time with family and my brother and my mother and my friends. And actually, at the beginning of this week, I've been hanging out with Sequoia, which is my nephew, Michael's son. And he's been hanging out with me and doing the morning routines with me. So that's been a great boost of energy. A little extra energy supplement to my coffee, which would be a nice substitute, but don't get him every day. So it's been great hanging out with him and kind of running through my morning routine with him, trying to teach him some good things. So that's been great, and that's been my week. I wanted to start off by commenting on last episode or last week's on adversity. A good friend of mine, Ryan, which is one of two Ryans that I met on the Annapurna circuit last year, which is a hike through the Himalayas in Nepal. We actually got snowed in together in a town called Braga, and we ended up, well, Tyler had met him a couple days before in Gusang, and then we met again in Braga, and that's when I got to know him and got to learn about his story and all the cool things he's doing, and it was really great to meet him. And we actually ended up meeting again about 5 months later in Cat Ba Island in Vietnam, where we hung out and picked up right where we left off, made a great connection again. And then a month after that, about 6 months later, in Hong Kong, where we got to explore Hong Kong Island and got dim sum all day and had a really great day. But anyways, it's been great to meet him, and one of those crazy coincidences where we just happen to run into each other all across the world multiple times. But anyways, the reason I mentioned him is because he had some really good feedback on my video last week, stating kind of how I pointed out that adversity was a good thing, and then I went on to say how I'm going to try to avoid it in the future, which is kind of contradicting. It's like I would like to avoid causing other people pain and avoid making those mistakes if I can. But obviously, those mistakes are made so you can learn. Without making mistakes, it can be really hard to learn. So, and he also made a point on the fact that I said that unfortunately, I'm an experiential learner. And that's not unfortunate, and that's he made a really good point about that. The alternative would be avoidance, distraction, and addiction. So I really love that point because if I'm not an experiential learner, it means I'm not going out there and doing things. I'm not taking chances, and I'm not getting to enjoy these things. Like the experience that I'm recently been going through. Like the only way I would have avoided that is by not even having that experience in the first place. And I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. I'm fortunate to have experienced that for sure. And yeah, I messed up and it happens, but I wouldn't trade in that experience to avoid that pain. So I thought that those were really good points. And don't avoid pain, taking the easy route. Get uncomfortable, go do things that make you uncomfortable, and if pain comes along, it's something that you needed to learn, and just ride it out. So I just wanted to comment on that and let you know I really appreciate any feedback. If you guys have any feedback on anything I say here, this is really about self-improvement. So I know I don't know it all, so if you can help me with that with some quality feedback, there's nothing better than that. So with that said, shout out to Ryan. You're amazing. You're an awesome dude. I'm glad I met you. And on to the next part of this, which is Happy 4th of July. Last year, at this time, I was in India, stuck in a hotel bed for a vast majority of the day, every day, recovering from my accident. And that's really the first time in my trip that I really experienced some serious homesickness, just knowing that my family and friends and all the people I loved were here, celebrating the 4th of July, having a good time, enjoying each other's company. It's one of the few days of the year in America where we have a good excuse to visit family and friends and just having everyone over, which in some senses is a shame that it only happens so few times a year. But in other instances, just really appreciate that time that you do get to spend with your loved ones and make the most of it, because a lot of people don't have the freedom to do that. Like that's another great thing about America. I think we take for granted a lot of the freedoms we do have. So go out there, make some good choices, spend some time with the people you love, and really enjoy the day and all the awesome things that you're able to do today because we were born in this country, because we hit the lottery as far as where we were born. So just take a time to appreciate the people that have made this possible for us, and appreciate your loved ones and people that you're around and people you enjoy being around, because you never know how long you're going to have to spend with them. So really make the most of it today. Enjoy your family and friends, and really enjoy your 4th of July, and appreciate all the freedoms that we do have as Americans, and realizing that a lot of people don't have the same freedoms we do. So with that said, enjoy your 4th of July, shoot some fireworks, be safe. Love you guys, and have a great week.